probably could have used a different word other than Deshaun is committed to us. He probably should have used something different right there. But as far as him saying that they're committed to Deshaun, just imagine if you're the head coach. And in the offseason, so that you know, Zubin, what happens is a lot of self-evaluating goes on. Whether you are evaluating players on other teams that you might bring into the fold, your own players, contracts, whatever the case is, you're evaluating a quarterback that's not going to be there right now. So imagine how hard Coach Culley has to sit back when he's trying to figure out the game plans for the future, for the install, for mini camps and training camps and things that they got to install and put in from an offensive game plan standpoint. And you got 10 little spaces on the dot on the board. Mm-hmm. The one in the middle is the quarterback, and there's nothing there. So you can't even project, well, I wonder what this would be if Deshaun was here. Okay, Deshaun is going to run this. It's like you can't even have that conversation because Deshaun is not going to be there. You're hoping that he wakes up one day and changes his mind is what Coach Culley is doing right now. He's hoping and praying that Deshaun says, you know what, man, the standoff is too long, I'm tired, and I don't want to do it. That's what he's hoping.
Key, as soon as David Culley got hired, my initial concern was that he was going to be losing this race before he even got started.
Yeah.
He was going to be playing the game of coaching at a deficit and that he will be used as a scapegoat to a degree. And it's happening. It's happening, watching him do, because he will not get the chance to talk about things that will put him in a positive light about how are you going to retool the team? What kind of offense are you going to run? What kind of defense are you going to be working with? How are you and Nick Caserio working together to take this team to the next step? Every time he speaks in front of a mic, a reporter is naturally going to come back to this question. What's happening with Deshaun Watson? What's happening? He's going to try to dance around it, but you're never going to be able to answer it the way a reporter or the media is going to want you to answer it.
What I would say, though, Jay, is what I would have probably liked to have him say was, I'm only dealing with he could say that during training camp, I guess. I'm only dealing with the people that's here. And that's kind of,
But that even sets you up. Well, your quarterback's still here.
Well, he's not here because he's not in camp.
But you just said before he's part of the roster.
Well, that's because now, he said that now.
But happened was,
me moving forward, I would like for him to just say, I'm only dealing with the people that's here. I can only control the people that's here right now. That's for Nick. I'd like to have Deshaun here. That's more a Nick situation. Nick is handling it with Deshaun. Deshaun knows how I feel about him. We certainly want to have him in the fold as our quarterback. That's kind of how he should do it, but
see, you're quick at pivoting, man. Like you're a good talker. You understand how to take a reporter's question and use it against them. I don't know if David Culley is that experienced to think like that as quickly yet. Maybe one day he will become. But then if you keep deflecting to Nick Caserio, after a while, I don't hear Mr. McNair talking about this question.
Well, he shouldn't say anything.
He don't need. He's just
to hide.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It all comes back to David Culley. Every time he's in front of a news camera or he's in front of a microphone, what's happened with Deshaun?
I feel bad for him because I know how hard it is to start to prepare because we're in March right now. Before you know it, they're going to be in OTAs and minicamp. Mm-hmm. And they've got to have his playbook ready to go. And now all of a sudden, you can't prepare the way you need to as an offensive staff and as a head coach if your main ingredients isn't there. I mean, think about it.
What kind of offense are you even running?
Well, he probably would run whatever whatever Kansas City is running, whatever little bit Baltimore run. I mean, it's just
to a degree, but if you don't know who's
under
the center,
who's underneath the center, it's kind of like who am I going to use? So as they start to evaluate Deshaun, which they do, they look at everything. I'm sure Coach Culley has looked at every single throw that Deshaun has made in his Houston Texans career. Mm-hmm. I'm almost 100%. I'd give you my left and my right arm and leg and guarantee that he's probably looked at every single throw. But now as a coach, and I'm looking at that, I don't even know how to game plan for training camp and mini camp because my quarterback might not even be here. So he's at a disadvantage, like you said, Jay, out the gate.
And, Key, they kept asking him. That's where the interviews start to get uncomfortable, right? They asked him multiple times.
Well, he just needs to know to tell him that it's not his job.
Yeah.
He's already reached out. They've talked and they've spoken. He's just letting letting it settle, the dust settle before, Nick Caserio reaches back out to him, or, that's all he can say.
I know, but you know how the Sharks are in this water. They're going to keep
Coach
asking you to
Culley
stay on the
stay
course.
on point,
Be dry, be
right
dull,
there,
be boring, stay there.
Good.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.